planty people, it's Krista with Botanical Bird, and this week I have a very hi Lito. I have a very exciting announcement. Botanicalbird.com, our new website, has officially launched. And so this week I would love to chat about that. I want to take you through the website, show you what we're currently offering, help you navigate it, and then hopefully answer any questions that you might have. So first of all, why start a planty business? Well, I have been loving kind of having this planty hobby of having my own plants and then eventually starting a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, and I kind of felt like it was time to step it up, to make it something more than just a hobby and to help spread the planty love to lots of people. I started to think about it when more of my friends were asking me planty questions and planty advice, and I love that. It makes me feel like a real resource for people, and I kind of just want to grow that and explore it and see where it takes me. So let's get started.
All right, hello everyone. So I'm just going to start here in Google, and the URL is botanicalbird.com. So welcome to Botanical Bird. This is the main navigation page, and I want to start out just giving the lay of the land. So from this main page, you can go to my Instagram or my YouTube channel at the top or the bottom of the screen, and these will be available on all the different pages no matter what you click on. So if I click here, it's going to go to Botanical Bird Instagram account. Computer is slow. And I have a new highlight for the website. So here you can link to my Instagram or to my YouTube here. There you are. And then you'll notice these tabs at the top. We have one for shop, videos, our story, and contact. If you click on the shop tab, this is where you'll see all the different products that we have. So if you know what specific category of product, you can click it here, or if you just want to see everything, click the Shop Now button. And this is where they'll be. So we have 3 different categories of products right now. We have accessories, plant consultations, and the plants themselves. The video tab has all the weekly videos that I make. I try to post 1 video per week. So far, they're going to load because they take a little bit. I've also been posting them on YouTube and on Instagram. So you can check them here and all in one central location, or if you want to comment on them or ask any questions, I would go to YouTube or Instagram. Here are just some examples of the videos now that it's loaded. And like I said, this banner is on the top of every page, so if you ever want to go back just to the main navigation page, click the Botanical Bird icon and it'll take you there. Next, the Our Story page talks about my planty origins story and then kind of why I decided to start Botanical Bird as a business. And last, the contact tab is if you have any specific questions or comments about the website in particular, you can click the Get in Touch button and provide me with your email address and whatever question or comment you have, and it'll go to my email and I'll respond via email also. Digging into the shop tab, let's look at accessories. So these are all different planty accessories that I use frequently and that I thought might be beneficial to other people too. So laminated plant care sheets. These are pre-made care cards for all 115 plants that I've ever cared for. So they're listed alphabetically in their own little squares and they're laminated. So what I do is I cut them out and I put them kind of hidden under the pot of each plant so that while I'm doing my weekly care, if I have any questions, I can just look at those. And I'll try to zoom in on them a bit. Each one has the light requirements, watering requirements, fertilization requirements, and if there's any other important special care. And here you have 2 different options for how to receive them. You can have them pre-cut, how I do them, or in whole sheets, and either way they will be laminated. All right, so if I want to go back to other accessories, I can just click here or go back to the top if I want. Sphagnum moss pole. So this is a 2-foot long sphagnum moss pole wrapped in plastic chicken wire with a bamboo stake in the back to help support it. And you can put these in pots of plants that want something to climb on. Lots of pothos, philodendron, monstera really like to climb up them. Going back, Pebble Trays. So these are for humidity loving plants. We'll look through a little bit. So not the plant, I'm not selling the plant or the pot, but this pebble tray under it. So what this is it's a wide clear plastic tray filled with rocks around an inverted plant tray. So the inverted part is just to give the pot something to sit on, and then there are rocks around it to prevent the water from seeping into this inverted plant tray. And then you put water around it, or distilled water if you need, and as the water evaporates, it increases the humidity in the air around your plants. So I have these for all of my calathea. I recommend getting a diameter, which is the from one end to the other of plant saucer that's a little bit wider than the wingspan of your plants, because if it's super small, it won't increase the humidity as much around the plant as if it's wider. So that's my personal recommendation. So you'll be selecting the size of the outer plant saucer here. And so like I said, that should be a little bit bigger than the wingspan of the plants. Going back. My very own airy soil mixture. So I personally find it kind of difficult for some of my friends who are just having a couple of plants and they ask me what sort of soil I think they should use. And I'm like, well, you can start with like a commercial potting soil, but ideally you want to add all these other things. So basically, this is a mixture of coco coir as the base, and it also has pumice, horticultural charcoal, and bark amendments to make it really airy and allow the water to drain through really easily, which is ideal for most tropical plants. And it comes in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. It is ready to go. All right, and the last plant accessory is a custom fabric pot cover. So this is white cotton and burlap fabrics, and it's reversible in that you can either have the white on the outside and fold the burlap over, or have the burlap fabric on the outside and fold the white over. So they're both the same size. You can change it up based on how you feel. And it's a fabric cover to cover up any pot. So I use them for pots that I only have the nursery pot in, and I don't feel like buying an expensive pot for. And this is like a two-parter when you're ordering them, because every pot size is a little bit different. So you'll need to select the diameter, or how wide across you're going to need the pot cover to be. So making sure you're measuring at the widest part of the pot. Some pots have wide rims, some pots are straight all the way through, so you can just measure the diameter of the bottom of the pot. So you'll select the diameter and then select the height, and I'll be adding a couple of inches so that you can fold over the top too. So let's say I have a pot that's 8 inches in diameter and 10 inches tall. Then I would add that. So don't add the extra inches in here. I'll do that for you. All right, so those are all the accessories. Going to consultations. So this is sort of, if you have any sort of planty question that needs a little bit more in-depth response, or if you want something like more of like a custom experience. So you can schedule a consult here, and I just have some examples of consultation services written here. For virtual space or plant evaluation, that's for someone who is not quite sure exactly what sort of plants would thrive in their living space. So I'll chat with you about the kind of light that your space gets, the humidity in your house, things like that. Plant doctor is helping diagnose different issues that your plants are experiencing. This one can be a bit tricky because plants often exhibit the same sort of symptoms if they have opposite issues going on. And so I will do my absolute best to answer questions, and I might require additional research in order to fully answer your question. So I wouldn't expect payment until your question is actually answered. If we aren't able to come to some sort of conclusion, I don't expect payment. Also, plant styling. So like, let's say you have your plants, but you're not exactly kind of sure how to set them up and how to make them look nice while still making sure they're getting what they need from the environment that you have them in. I can show you guys an example of the handouts that you'll be getting, because I want to make sure that the money that you're spending is worth it. And so this is not for people who have like a quick yes or no question. This is more of, hey, I need help getting set up with this. Payment for the consultation can be made over Venmo or PayPal. Venmo is preferred, but if you don't have it, PayPal will work too. All right, so here is an example of a plant consultation form for someone who needs help evaluating their space. So we'd start with talking about an overview for plants' needs. We'd talk about light, water requirements, humidity, and plant toxicity. So I'd give just like a brief overview and then getting a little bit more in depth about light and how your space's light affects what sort of plants that you can successfully care for. Then we would put all of that information here that's specific to your space. So what sort of light your space has, what sort of watering you are willing to do, the humidity in your space, if there are any plant toxicity concerns. And then we would fill in all of the plants that correspond with those different characteristics. The plants that every circle has in common are the ones for you. So this is just an example of a form that I would use, fill out, and then give to a client who wanted a consultation. So if you want to schedule the consult, you click on this button, and it's going to take you to a link that's a new website, and it explains, so consultations start at 15 minutes, and if you want an appointment that's longer than that, you can just select consecutive appointments. So click here and it'll take you to an acuity scheduling website, and you can select your time zone. I personally am in Central Time, but please, if you're in a different time zone, definitely select your own. And I do consultations every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for a 15-minute consultation, it will be $10. And like I said, you will be taking home that information that's personalized to you. So let's say I want an appointment and I think it's going to be 30 minutes long. So I'm going to click add time. It pops up here. And then I want, so that was at 10, I want 10:15 too, add a time. And then I go back. All right, so from here, you're going to fill in just your information.
And your email is required.
And then I have some pre-consultation questions that will help me prepare for the session so that we don't have to waste time in the beginning trying to figure out what sort of questions that you'll be needing answered. And so your options for this sort of consultation services are virtual, space, or plant evaluation, plant doctor, plant styling, or other. And if you select other, please tell me what you are seeking. And then responding to what time zone you're in, just to make sure that we are on Zoom at the exact same time. So I'm in Central, so I'd fill that out. And then it is required for you to put your email above, but it's not required for you to put your phone number. So if you would like me to text you the Zoom link, please make sure to select that you want it to be texted to you, and then make sure to put your phone number in because it's not going to force you to do so. And then just an honesty question, do you agree to pay the consultation fee of $10 per 15 minutes when your issue is resolved? So if that's right after the session, will you do it then? Or if I have to do some extra research, do you agree to pay that after the research is completed? So click yes, and then complete appointment. And then here's your confirmation, and it will send an email to me, and I will read your intake information. And if I have any further questions, I will reach out to you via email, and then I will send you that link for the Zoom session either over email or text, whichever one you have selected. So now we will head back to the main website. We just talked about consultation services. So talking about the plants themselves. Okay, so all of these plants are propagated cuttings. They are rooted in water. I have taken care of all of these plants personally. With every plant, I give a description and then the plant care required so that you know what you're getting into before you make any purchase. And if you have any questions about the care, definitely feel free to send me a question in the contact area. So let's pretend that I want this Sansevieria. So I'm going to click purchase. It'll take me to the cart. So here you're going to fill out your email, and then when it gets to shipping, you will put your address. And if you say that you are in Texas, it's going to give you the option to do free local pickup. And it's at an Albertsons, which is the grocery store. And I give you the address. And when I receive your order and you've put free local pickup, I will email you and discuss when's a great time for you to pick up the plant. Or you have the option of having it mailed to your house. It's going to be with USPS retail ground. And with that, I will give you a tracking number. Note that USPS and all mail services have had delays lately because of the pandemic. And either way, you'll be paying on the website here through PayPal. And I think PayPal has a way to pay with a credit card, even if you don't have an account, but that would be ideal. All right, and that is it for my website.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the website tour. If you have any questions about any of the products that you saw, or want to let me know of a product that you're really searching for or that you think would be a great idea, please put those in the comments below. And if you liked this video or would like to support the YouTube channel, Instagram account, website, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Botanical Bird, and bird has a U in it, not an I, and follow my planty Instagram, which is at botanical_bird. I would love to see you on our website. Please come visit us. And remember, we're rooting for you. Bye.